Good evening, ladies and gentlemen of the internet, brothers and sisters. It's David with dubstreasurestore.com and heavenlypups.com. It's very late tonight. I'm tired and exhausted. I've had a long day. We do random things. I have random radio syndications on the YouTube broadcast. Tonight, I was going to show you. I'm in my personal bedroom and it's a mess. I'm renovating it and I'm completely changing a lot of my fish tank setups. Now I'm going to be selling two of these tanks, two of these fish tanks as empty aquariums, and I wanted to show the setup how I set these aquariums up when I go to sell them, because you're just going to see. If you do look at my eBay auctions, you're just going to see empty tanks. And I wanted to kind of show you some of my walkthrough tips as I go and make my new aquarium. So bear with me. I've got a mess here because I'm trying to do a million things in this tank. Basically, why I'm doing this, I have a couple of two of the tanks I have guppies, separate guppy families, and I wanted to try to stop them from breeding, because once guppies do, they don't stop if you get the right environments, and they'll have lots of babies. And right now I just want to get a established tank going and get my guppy family set in. And this transition I've never done. The reason why I decided to record this, I thought you guys would have a lot of fun just watching this. Establishing a tank takes time, and the fish that I'm taking out of the tanks are well established, so I think it's gonna shock the crap out of them. But let me go ahead and show you my yes, I thought it was a 3.5 gallon, but it's just a 3-gallon fish tank. I don't know if I have a light here. Actually, I don't. Okay, let me just get down. Basically, I have a little SpongeBob Squidward head in there. I got a gigantic snail. That snail was no bigger than my fingernail when I put him in there, and he's huge. He's huge now. Look at that thing, just moving along. You can see his tentacles. He's like the snails are so weird. Anyways, I did a blue rock base with pretty colorful, pretty different and high neon color objects. Oh, I got another snail in there. I don't know. That was a new snail. I don't know if it's adjusting well. What I've figured out with snails, because I know I'm digressing, what I figured out with snails is that they do best when they're by themselves in a tank, unless you do it as every inch the snail is. So if you have a 2-inch snail, for example, like that one, a 2-inch snail does best per 5 to 10 gallons. So like these two snails would be optimum really in a 10-gallon. And the transition that I'm going to do from, actually I'm converting 3 different aquariums into a new 10-gallon aquarium. I'm going to put all 3 snails in there. So 1 might die off and 2 might survive. That's just sometimes how it goes. Some people have different experiences. The snails explode in their tanks. Now, the reason why I'm mainly changing this is because I highly support aquatic plants, and the plants really help regulate and keep the tank established. As you see, like here, I've got I got a little bit of micro algae growing there, which is bad algae, because I don't have any autos in there. Autos are really good algae eaters, or an algae ball. So that's one of the main reasons I'm converting all these small tanks into a larger 10-gallon. I have a 20-gallon that's beautiful. It's set up, but to look overhead, see that yellowing and how that plant's dying, because I didn't have the proper lighting for this. I just didn't have the money. And as you can see, the little guppies in there right now swimming around. That's a turquoise fancy fantail male. Let's see, and I got a red tail, right? You see the red tail right there? Well, he is not the king. It's the teal. For some reason, turquoise, they have some kind of weird ego with them. But he's the king of really all those three females. And the little red male that you see swimming around, he just thinks he's the shiznet. But really, it's the turquoise that runs the females. And when you do guppies, you always want to do a minimum of 2 females to 1 male. So that is my Squidward tank that's going to be transitioning into my 10-gallon. Now I've got a beta. Now see, I don't like doing betas. I'm not going to do betas anymore. This is a dragon fantail female beta. Oh, there she is right there. I don't know if I can get a good zoomed in picture of her. There she is right there. And I'm gonna put her in the 10-gallon with the guppies and see how they do. Now see, I don't have any, you know, a lot of people don't do any care for their guppies. You see that little bit of nastiness on her terrain objects and in the rocks, because for some reason she is a very picky eater and she doesn't eat a lot. You have to literally only give her bare minimum. She does not eat anything. She'll see, that's one thing. She pollutes her own water because she doesn't eat, and I overfed her the last 2 weeks trying to figure out what kind of food she likes. So now I've got to sterilize these terrarium pieces of terrain. They're going to go in the new 10-gallon, and that way this beta will have a tank with filtration and air filtration. Now let me show you. I have a 0.5 gallon, a half a gallon tank right here by my bed. The reason why, let me get the light on here. The reason why I am taking this 5 gallon, even though look how clear and beautiful that water is. Now the reason why I'm taking this 5 gallon and I'm going to put, see, these are my 3 guppies. That is a female, let's see if I can get a better picture of her. That is a female spotted or zebra spotted tail, and that is a fancy tricolor male. And now this female over here, I had a female guppy of 1 year and 3 months. I know that sounds crazy to have a female guppy that, well, they can live all different ages, but the thing was, her mother was one of the largest, huge female that I had. And she had 4 babies, and I had a semi-aggressive tank, and some tetras ate her babies, and her dad was sitting on them trying to protect them, and I don't know if it was the female guppies or the tetras, but they ate the male. They ate his head off, and he died trying to protect her. So it's like God's little chance saying, hey, life goes on and is trying to survive, and you know, give you some new destiny here or something. So that's why she looks young compared to the other 2 there, is because I raised her from a newborn to where she is now. I think she's about 4 months old. No, not even. She's like 3 months. Now look, if you can see this female, she's highly pregnant. She's highly pregnant. Look how pregnant she is. And see how he's running her? Because that's just what they do, and that's why you've got to have 2 females for every 1 male, or the male will run the female to death like he's doing. And the reason he's not paying any attention to this female is because he knows she's too young to breed. And now this is my largest snail. You see that snail back there? That snail is a mammoth, like a megalonith mammoth snail. Huge. Snails are really weird. I wish I had one that was on the side of the wall so you could see how disgusting and weird they look on the underside. But again, look how fat she is. She is so pregnant. She can barely move. She's like, and she wasn't like that. Like 3 days ago, she was not that bloated. So see, this is also why I kind of don't want, and as you can see, I know I'm all over the place. You can see my pretty fake pieces of terrain are all different colors, and I got one live plant in there. See, now if I took the male and the female out and left her in this tank by herself, she'd probably lay her babies. They have live birth. So So maybe that's what I might do, because what I was gonna do, let me show you this. I have breeding nets. For example, what I found out that works best is I have, let me get it in the light. Okay, I have this plastic breeder right here, and when they have the babies, it drops under that plastic. It drops under this plastic thing, and the babies go down in here, and the mom stays up in here so she doesn't eat them, and it's for easier pickup. But I have a hard time getting them to lay in there. Now this fish net was like $2 more. It's a nylon fish net breeder, and as you can see, you can put these like, you know, fake aquatic plants at different levels. You can bring them up, you can bring them down, or you can put them together like that, because depending on what type of fish it is, they birth their young. Some fish, whether it's tropical, semi-tropical, aggressive, semi-aggressive, give birth at like higher levels of water or down in more pressures of water. So I found out when I put them together like that, I don't know, I didn't really want to get into fish breeding, because once you get started they start having too much and you can't control it. So I don't know the level if the guppies like to have birth their young. I think they just stay mid-range, but usually it's high. It's mid to high, because I've noticed that they don't like to go deep down and have them. They like to come all the way to the top and have them. But when they have the babies will stay in the mid-level. And now my 20-gallon fluorescent bulb broke, so I can't really show you my 20-gallon setup properly, because I went and bought a new light, a grow light for the plants. Now this is my 20-gallon setup. The reason why this water is so clear is because I have, look at all, I only have one fake aquatic plant in there. I mean, one fake plastic plant in there, and I've got all of these live plants. Now I'm trying to hold this light and my camera. Let's see if I can. Alright,